In this video, we are going to learn how to add webhook response in ActiveCampaign, Google Sheet and send SMS. Now we want that whenever a new webhook response is captured through Webhook by Pabbly, automatically a new contact should be created by using the same details in our ActiveCampaign account, and the details of that contact should also be added in our Google Sheet in the form of a new row, and at last we also want to send a SMS to that particular contact by using click send. So how we are going to do that? In order to automate this entire process, we will have to integrate all these applications, and that we are going to do by Pabbly Connect. Now what we are going to do, we have Webhook by Pabbly in our trigger, we have ActiveCampaign, Google Sheet and click send in our actions. So we are going to build a connection between all these applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now in order to learn this full step by step, let me take you all to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn that whenever we receive a webhook response through Webhook by Pabbly, that means whenever we capture the webhook response through any form submission or any other application such as Jot form, Google Sheet, etc. We want that by using the same details, a contact should be created in our ActiveCampaign account, and the details of that particular contact should be added in the form of a new row in our Google Sheet. And at last, we want to send a SMS to that particular contact. Now, these are the 4 steps which we are going to do one by one to create this workflow. Let's start with the workflow. First of all, to start the process, we have to come on a new tab, and then on the address bar, we have to search for pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, we are on the home page of this software. Now we can find 2 options here, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you have to click on sign up for free to create your free new account in just 2 minutes. Also, at the time of account creation, you will be provided with 100 free tasks. As I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. When we click on sign in, we can find all the products which is offered by Pabbly. So to create this workflow, we are going to use Pabbly Connect, and therefore we have to click on access now. And by doing this, we are on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we can find all our workflows which we have created. And to create a new workflow, we have to click on create workflow option given on right corner. So click it. And then we have to give a particular name to this workflow. So according to our use case, I am going to give the name of this workflow as Webhook to ActiveCampaign to Google Sheets to click send. Now we have to click on create. And as we do that, we can find 2 windows are open in front of us. First is trigger and the next is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the basic principles on which the entire workflow of any automation runs, and here we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions. So let's understand this with an example. Trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. That means suppose whenever we receive a webhook response, which will be our trigger, automatically a new contact should be created by using that webhook response in our ActiveCampaign. That will be our action, and further we can add many more action steps as we want. So let's start with our trigger first. For that, we have to first select a trigger application, which will be Webhook by Pabbly. So we have got a webhook URL here. So what will happen? So by using Webhook by Pabbly, we can capture webhook response from any particular application, such as I am going to use here form submission by Jot form. So when I use this webhook URL to integrate Jot form with Pabbly Connect, automatically the webhook response will be captured here when I will do a test submission. So let's start. For that, first we have to copy this URL from here, and then we have to go on our Jot form. So let me tell you that I am taking Jot form here for form submission. You can take any other application which is connected through Webhook. So let's go on our Jot form. So this is the form which I have created. It contains first name, last name, email and phone number, the basic details. So for this particular workflow, I have kept very basic details in our form. If you want to add or delete any of the field from here, you can do it very easily. Okay, now for connecting this particular form with Pabbly Connect, we have to go on settings, and on the left side we can find integration. So we have to click on it, and here we have to search in the search bar for webhooks. Click on it, and here we have to paste our URL. So I have pasted the URL here. Now we have to click on complete integration, and our integration is successful. That means let us go on Pabbly Connect and check. So see, so here we can find that it is showing waiting for response. That means now we have to do a test submission of this form. So we'll again go on our form, and then we have to click on publish. And now we will copy the link of this particular form from here, and then we'll paste it in a new tab to open it. So I've opened it. Now I will fill the details one by one in order to do a test submission. So let me enter dummy details over here. Let's say, so I am giving the name as test lead and the email as, this is a dummy email, and let us enter a dummy phone number here. So done. Now we have to click on submit, and now our form is submitted successfully. Now we have to go on Pabbly Connect and check whether we have received the response or not. So yes, we can see that we have received the response over here, and let us check. We have received the same email, phone number and first name and the last name. So let's move on to the next step. So our next step will be our action step, which is to create a contact by using these details in our ActiveCampaign account. So our action application will be ActiveCampaign. Click on it, and then we have to select an action event, which is create a contact. Click on connect, and as we can see, there are two options: add new connection or select existing connection. So click on add new connection. Now here we have to provide two details in order to connect our ActiveCampaign account with Pabbly Connect. So first is API key and the next is URL. So from where we are going to find these details, for that we have to go on our ActiveCampaign account, and we'll find them under settings section. So let's go on our ActiveCampaign account. So this is my ActiveCampaign account, and from here we have to go on settings, and then we have to go on developers. As we come on developer page, we can find that here is my URL and here is my API key. So we'll simply copy it one by one. So first let's copy the key. So copy API key, and then we have to come on Pabbly Connect, and then we have to paste it over here. Done. Now the next is URL. So again we'll go on our ActiveCampaign account, simply copy it, and then we have to paste it over here. But one more thing we have to keep in mind, that we have to remove this https/ from here in order to connect successfully. So after that we have to click on save. And as we do that, we can find that our ActiveCampaign account is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now we have to enter these details one by one in order to create a new contact. So first is email. So instead of entering these details manually, we are going to map them, because we want that whenever in future we will receive a new webhook response with dynamic details such as different name, different email, different phone number, etc. The workflow should run smoothly and should not get stuck because of dynamic details. So we are going to map these details here. So let's start mapping. First is email. So we have to click on webhook. Then we have to select our email from here. So this is our email. Map it. And the next it is asking us for the first name. So let's map it again. The first name is test, and the last name is lead, and at last it is asking for phone number. So let's also map the phone number. This is our phone number, and then we have to click on save and send test request. Our response is positive. That means we have successfully created a new contact in our ActiveCampaign. Let's go and check there. So here on ActiveCampaign account, we have to go on contact section, and here we can find that a new contact is created over here with the same details which we have entered in our form. So let's move on to the next step, which is adding these details in our Google Sheet in the form of a new row. So we'll again go on Pabbly Connect and click on plus sign to add one more action step. And here we have to select our action application, which will be Google Sheet. Click on it, and then we have to select our action event, which is add new row. Click on connect, and it is asking for add new connection or select existing connection. So click on add new connection, and then we have to click on sign in with Google. Now we have to select our account, and as we do that, it is asking for the permission to access our Google Sheet. Here one thing we have to keep in mind that I have already logged into my Google Sheet before connecting it with Pabbly Connect. So therefore it is so easy for me to connect my Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect here. So you also have to keep in mind to log in all your applications before connecting them with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now we have to click on allow, and we can see that our authorization is successful. That means our Google Sheet is connected with Pabbly Connect now. Now we have to select our spreadsheet. So my spreadsheet is already selected here, ActiveCampaign contacts. Let me show you that. So I have created this spreadsheet with the name as ActiveCampaign contacts, and it contains first name, last name, email, and contacts, all the details which we have filled in the form. Okay. Now again go on Pabbly Connect. So we have only created sheet 1, so it is already selected. Now next is first name. So let's start mapping these details from our previous step, which is ActiveCampaign. So our first name is test and our last name is lead. Email also, and at last the contact. Done. Now we have to simply click on save and send test request, and we can find that our response is positive. That means we have to check in our Google Sheet whether we have received the response there or not. So yeah, we have received the response, first name, last name, email and contact. So now we have completed the workflow up till this step. At last, now we have to send a SMS to this contact which we have created by using click send. So let's move on to our next and the last action step by clicking this plus sign, and which is sending SMS to the contact. So we are going to use click send here. So let's select our action application, click send, click on it, and then we have to select our action event, which is send SMS. Now click on connect, and here by selecting add new connection, it is asking two details. First is username and the next is API key. So where we are going to find it? For that we have to go on our ClickSend account and we'll find them in our developers menu. So let's move to our ClickSend account, and here we can find developer section. Click on it, and then we have to click on API credentials, and here we can find our API key and also our username. So let's first copy this username, and we can find that it is open. Copy it from here, and then we have to paste it over here. So this is my username. We have to find our username from developer section. Now the next is API key. So let's copy it from here, and then we have to simply paste it over here. Done. Click on save, and now it is asking us to enter these details over here. First, it is asking for the number on which we want to send the SMS. So let's map it from here, ActiveCampaign. Click on it, and then we have to add a number from which we want to send the SMS. So I am not having a particular number from which I want to send SMS. So I am just leaving this blank over here. Now we have to type the message which we wanted to send. Okay, so it will be body of our message. So I want to send hello. So let's map the name from here, hello test. So this is the message which I want to send to this contact. Now let's move on to the next step. So the next is schedule at. Time must be in this format, leave blank for immediate delivery. So I want an immediate delivery of this particular message. So that's why I am ignoring this field also. If you want to schedule a particular time for the message, you can definitely do that. The next is custom string. So I am ignoring this field also. Add the source of this. So now let's move to the source of this message. So I want to add the source as ActiveCampaign, because we want to send the message to the contacts which are created in ActiveCampaign. Okay. Now simply we have to click on save and send test request. But before that, I have entered a dummy phone number here in order to show you the full mapping process. But to show you how the real SMS is sent, I am entering a correct phone number here. So let's just delete it, and then let me enter correct phone number. So now let's click on save and send test request, and our response is success over here. So that means the message has been sent. Now let me show you the message which we have received on this particular number. So this is the message which we have received with the same details and the same body which I have entered in Pabbly Connect. Hello test, we have got your response. This is to inform you that you got added as a new contact. For any query, reach out to us, Team Pabbly. So that means we have successfully created this particular workflow, and these were the steps which we have to follow in order to integrate all these applications with each other by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any query or any doubt regarding this particular workflow, you can definitely write them in comment section. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can easily integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can easily email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can easily reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you are having any pricing related issue with Pabbly Connect, you can easily reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel to learn more such automation.